Imagine spending years preparing for your dream exam. You sacrifice your sleep, miss family events, spend lakhs on coaching, and put your future on one test. And then, just hours before the exam, you hear that the question paper has already been leaked. How would you react? Well, for lakhs of students across India, this wasn't just a nightmare, it became a reality. Repeated paper leak scandals in competitive exams have shaken the nation's examination system and left students questioning whether hard work alone is enough to succeed, and that frustration eventually reached the streets. And after weeks of student protest and growing political pressure, the issue has now reached Parliament. The centre has introduced the Public Examinations Prevention of Unfair Means Amendment Bill 2026, calling it the toughest anti-paper leak law India has ever proposed. But what exactly changes under this bill? More importantly, will it finally restore students' faith in the examination system? Let us break it down each and everything. Well, firstly, let us understand that why was a new law needed? Many people are asking one simple question. Didn't India already have an anti-paper leak law? Yes, the Public Examinations Act came into force in 2024, but according to the government, organized paper leak syndicates have evolved much faster than the law. Investigations often took months, court cases dragged on for years, and students were left waiting while exams were cancelled or postponed. The centre now wants paper leaks to be treated not as ordinary cheating cases but as organized crime, and this new law proposes tougher punishment than ever before. The biggest change is the punishment, and under the existing law, organized paper leak offences carried a jail term of 3 to 5 years, and the new bill proposes to increase the maximum punishment to 10 years in prison. The financial penalty has also increased dramatically, and instead of a maximum fine of rupee 10 lakh, offenders could now face fines of up to rupee 10 crore. The message is clear that those who play with students' futures will face much harsher consequences. Well, the new law also proposes no more endless investigations. One of the biggest complaints after every paper leak has been delay. Investigations would continue for months while students kept waiting for answers, and the proposed bill attempts to fix that. It provides for a dedicated special task force, that is STF, to investigate paper leak cases, and every investigation must be completed within 2 months. The aim is to ensure that justice begins quickly instead of getting stuck in lengthy investigations. The new law also proposes fast-track courts and time-bound justice. Well, the reforms don't stop at investigations. The government also wants trials to move much faster. And every state will have fast-track courts dedicated to paper leak cases where hearings will be conducted on a day-to-day basis. And the goal is to complete trials within 90 days. And even appeals have fixed timelines. Appeals before the High Court must be filed within 30 days, and High Courts are expected to deliver their verdict within 3 months. And for students, this could mean quicker justice instead of waiting years for cases to conclude. Well, the law now targets digital cheating too. Well, paper leaks are no longer limited to printed question papers. Today, organized gangs use hacking, encrypted messaging apps, AI tools, and other digital methods in order to compromise examinations. And recognizing this, the proposed law expands the definition of unfair means, and it now covers AI-assisted cheating, hacking of examination systems, digital transmission of question papers, and cyber-enabled examination fraud. And in short, the law is being updated to match modern technology. Well, the new law allows accountability across the entire system. Another major change is that responsibility won't rest only on candidates or organized gangs. If examination authorities, technology vendors, service providers, or institutions are found guilty of negligence or collusion, they too can face legal action. And the government says maintaining the integrity of examination is the responsibility of everyone involved. So what is the government's bigger reform plan then? Well, the bill is only one part of a larger overhaul, as PM Narendra Modi has repeatedly assured students that the government will take strict action against all those responsible for the paper leaks. And a high-powered committee headed by Infosys co-founder Nandan Nilekani has also been formed in order to recommend technology-driven reforms that can make examinations more transparent and secure. And following Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation, Prahlad Joshi has taken charge as the new education minister and says accelerating education reforms will be his priority. And at the same time, the centre has already dismissed 47 officials of the National Testing Agency, initiated restructuring of the NTA and strengthened investigations into major examination irregularities. So what is the biggest question on paper? Well, on paper, this is India's strongest anti-paper leak law yet, and longer jail terms, heavier fines, dedicated investigation teams, fast-track courts, strict timelines, technology-focused reforms, and wider accountability. Almost every major demand raised by students has been addressed. But here is the real question: that will tougher laws alone stop paper leaks? Because a law is only as effective as its implementation, and investigations must be fair, trials must finish on time, and institutions must become transparent enough to regain public trust. And for millions of students, success won't be measured by what is written in this bill, and it will be measured on the day they walk into an examination hall with complete confidence that their future depends only on their hard work, not on someone who managed to leak the question paper. And that is the real challenge before the government. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.